Hello and welcome to this edition of Fiery Friday. I'm Rob Lienti, Senior Sales Development Manager for EFI's Fiery Business Unit. And today I'm going to show you how easy it is to create custom output profiles using the Express Profiling feature inside of Fiery Color Profiler Suite. So the number one question I get asked when I visit print shops is how can we get consistent color across all the substrates that we use day in and day out? My answer is always you should create custom output profiles, and it's really easy to do with a tool like Fiery Color Profiler Suite and the Express Profiler function that's available. Let me show you how it works. So the first thing we do is we click the Express Profile button, and we're going to fill out the parameters for the profile. We'll select the Fiery server we want to connect to add the profile. Then we're going to name the profile along with the calibration set. So we're not just creating a profile, we're creating a calibration that will keep our color management together. And then finally, we can select the source profile that we can add to a server preset or a virtual printer, which again will keep our color management together when we're printing on this paper. So now I'm going to select next, and this is going to open up our job properties. So in job properties, we're going to select our media that we want to profile and use for our calibration. And then after that, I usually set the number of copies to at least 5. That way we get the engine warm and pumping out paper. And we'll click OK, and that's going to send our patch sets for the calibration down to the printer. So now we're going to take our ES2000 in this example and calibrate the instrument. And then once it's done calibrating, we'll use the ES2000 to read all the patches to create our calibration set. So after we're done reading all the patches of the cal sets, we're going to click the next button. And what this is going to do, this is going to fire off the next set of patches we need to read, which is to create the output profile. So again, we're going to calibrate our ES2000. And then we're going to start reading the patches. In this example here, I'm reading 928 patches with my ES2000. At a minimum, the best practice on a digital device is to read 928. And if you do have an inline spectrophotometer, you have the option to read up to approximately 4,000 patches. Now we'll hit the next button, and this will allow Color Profiler Suite to process the profile along with the calibration set and install it on the Fiery that we're pointed to. So you can see how integrated Color Profiler Suite is with the Fiery. Then the last thing we can do is if we want to is we can create a virtual printer and a server preset that will keep the source profile and the output profile mapped to the paper so we get the best output possible when we go to print. Now let's go hit the done button and see what's on the Fiery. So we're going to do a right click on this job inside a command workstation. We're going to go up to apply workflow, and you're going to see we now have a new preset called 80-pound gloss text. And it's pointing to the media that we used for creating the calibration set. If we go to Device Center, we can take a look at our profile section inside of Device Center. And you'll notice under the output profile section, we also have the new 80-pound gloss text profile along with the calibration name that it's mapped to 80-pound gloss text. And finally, if we go click on Calibrate, and we wait for our calibrator window to open, and then keep the recalibrate option selected and hit next, you'll notice underneath calibration name, we have the 80-pound gloss text mapped there as well. So you can see how quickly Color Profiler Suite mapped everything together and installed it on your Fiery, making profile creation simple. I want to thank you for joining me for this edition of Fiery Friday. If you have any questions about the video you saw today or questions specifically on Color Profiler Suite, please feel free to reach out to me at rob.lienti@efi.com or message me on LinkedIn. Have a great weekend.